Enemy flag returned. 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 Enemy captured your flag. Defeat. way to victory.
Oh baby, we are joining this series at a good time. 1-1 between FaZe Clan and Cloud9. We have run, we have sprinted, we have knee slid into the commentary booth to bring you what can only be described as B-tier commentary for this series. FaZe Clan versus Cloud9. Andy, how are you, mate? I've just asked you that a few seconds ago. I presume not much has changed.
Just hit a double-footed studs-up G-slide to get my tush into this commentary spot, and I could not be more excited.
Good to hear. That's exactly what you said a few moments ago as well. It's how you actually travel around the
That's
venue.
how I felt.
It's causing quite a lot of damage in Seattle this weekend, but let's jump into a little bit of POV of Lucid. I haven't had the opportunity to really watch too much FaZe so far, and a 1-1 with Cloud9, this feels like a pretty good opportunity to do so.
It's actually one of my toxic traits is when people, especially people I've just met, ask me how I am, I generally respond with the same level of detail and enthusiasm as I just did now, and we'll see if a little bit of an A-B hold might open up the gates for some FaZe Clan scoring.
I thought for a second when you first meet people, you follow it up with a 2-footed stud-top slide tackle, and I was
in my culture, it's a sign of appreciation.
yeah, that's why I have to apologize profusely so often. It's
Yeah.
Luckily, I get a lot of fun with that, being an Englishman. Lucid still with his shock rifle in his hand. AB in the control of FaZe to start here, and with 2 dead on either side, Lucid's going to be able to survive long enough here to reposition and probably contest. It was Sab. No, he's not. Sab is big, stronger, bigger, and to be honest, hits harder.
Somehow, I agree. Stays alive. 2 dead now for FaZe. Kuhlect will try to lock down gold. He has a bubu helping. And now they might be able to pinch SnakeBite here, but actually bubu gets taken down off of a great combo from SnakeBite. Finally, those are traded out, but you get the feeling that FaZe got a little more kills than they should have. It should have been a pretty clean 4 dead for C9, but instead they are able to now push off this respawn. It's going to be 28-17 in favor of C9.
Triple cap as well. And with FaZe managing to get 4 back on the map, which is stage 1, they are still kind of a little bit pinched and a little bit stuck. They're going to have to win an individual fight. And SnakeBite does exactly that. He's going to be in a position to at least clean that damage up, but it's just allowed FaZe a little bit of space here. But I want to talk about Cloud9, Andy, because this is a team who all season long has kind of fallen victim to an unfortunate Game 5. A series not quite going their way, but they're always close games. With one more opportunity in the Halo World Championships, do you think they have upset potential in them?
I do. I really do. I think there's some different times earlier in the season, really, where they had the biggest potential. If you think back to the Optic series and things like that, there's times where they have come so close. And just look at the amount of talent on this team. This team knows what needs to be done. Also, a great coach behind them in Sensor. And I think they've got the upset potential. The question is this going to be the weekend? Is this going to be the day when it starts? Yeah,
potential is one thing, right? But you've got to make it reality, and this is the last chance to do so. Potential is one of those words which is kind of tinged sometimes. It's like, oh, I think you can do better, but you're not doing better. So for Cloud9, an opportunity at 1-1 against FaZe, who of course made it to the grand finals back in Charlotte, and certainly have announced themselves as a contender here in Seattle. It's a great opportunity to do so, and at 64-21, A and B in their control, and camo here for Avucy. I mean, the situation is perfect for them now.
3 dead. Oh, they finally convert. Will it be 4 dead as well? For a second, it felt like Avucy got so much damage that wasn't being cleaned up that it felt like painful to watch. But in the end, they do get 3 dead. They haven't taken down Lucid yet. He's got now 3 little helpers coming.
Christmas is around the corner, so that.
Lucid's little helpers would be a good name for like a charity team.
Good name for me if I was playing like a.
Ever with Lucid.
Yeah.
I'll be a little helper. I used to call them practice noobs, but I think little helpers is the politically correct.
Shock rifles here, Lucid. Just
Ping it.
pinging it. That's on 0.
But missing the pings. Pinging a location.
Oh, I just watching him on stream slowly lean back and get frustrated with me. What a dream. Bubu with the shot. Gets the trade. That's going to be 3 dead here for FaZe Clan, and 105 and rising. Cloud9 continue to score here in this game, and FaZe really struggled to get what feels like any kind of consistent control in this game type.
Surprising to see, to be honest, yeah. I mean, C9 just looking so strong. Sab, as you said, 8-4. Showing up in a really big way. By the way, TriPPPeY was, I believe, 5-1 or 5-2. Now he's 5-7, so he's been shut down over these last few minutes by the C9 roster.
Interesting discussion we were having before this tournament as Cloud9 go 3 dead. In respect to FaZe, it felt like SnakeBite was playing out of his skin, right?
Yeah.
And that's not a Snake-based reference.
Oh, I like that, though. Good pun from you.
Probably should have claimed that one as my own. But, you know, he played out of his skin back in Charlotte. The rest of the team played good. Played pretty solid Halo, right?
Yeah.
But no one had those pop-off moments in comparison to SnakeBite. And we know, when you look across the history of Halo Infinite as a triple cap finally comes into FaZe, that everyone on this roster has that ability. So there is still room for improvement. And I'm excited to see if they can find those levels individually, what FaZe can do in this tournament. Because it feels like the trajectory is right. They are consistently improving. And this triple cap is becoming a little bit stifling here. 126-81 now in the favor of C9.
I actually talked to TriPPPeY just a few days ago. Him and I were walking around on a very nice, sunny Seattle day. Now that the tournament's begun, the weather has changed to inside Halo weather, which is perfectly fine. But TriPPPeY and I were walking around, and I asked him, what's the one thing? You know, first of all, I said, how's the team feeling? He's like, really good. And I was like, without diving into specific strats that you don't want me to talk about on stream, what's the big thing? He's like, to be honest, it's just been comms. It's just been comms that we've worked on. It's all about same page, and everything feels much better now. We'll see if they can make sure that is the case in this series as well. They're right back in the game. Take a look at this comeback.
Yeah, they certainly have got themselves back into this game. 116 and rising to Cloud9's 126. This is going to be quite an impressive hold from them, but Bubu and Sab will burst through the defenses of FaZe, pick up a couple of kills, and now one player, no shields on the bottom of the elevator. Pznguin's going to be dealt with as well. Cloud9 have broken this setup for the time being and are immediately trying to convert A.
Important job by Collector. Can he pick up the 2? He does. 3 dead yet again. At a very, very important and pivotal point in the game, they will firmly go back into the lead as they will flip C and trip cap once again.
And already pressuring Spawn, which is impressive, right? You see Lucid taking down the no shields. He'll survive, but the pressure is enough to stop FaZe getting anywhere near a stronghold. Kills get traded out. It means that everyone else can contribute to trying to stop these contestants coming in these conversions, but Lucid just sends Sab into a washing machine, as you like to call it. Spins him around a few times and comes out the good side of it. He's got a shock rifle to play with off the back of it.
Very blendery. Some good help from Lucid. Nice job just picking apart the finish there and Collect to keep teammates alive. And in the end, now going to try to push back out. Bubu just gets angled away on the Pipes push. Or excuse me, I should say Lucid angles himself away from the Pipes push to make that kill pretty easy. And now they will begin scoring once again. We could see another lead change off of the AC hold.
I mean, Cloud9 at the moment are outslaying FaZe fans. It's only Lucid who is positive at 12 and 8. Everybody else in the red when it comes to the statistics, KD-wise, for all the teams. SnakeBite wins his fight here, but he'll be in position to clean that one up. Pznguin trades that out, and it's just a trade fest at the moment. That'll be fine for Cloud9 because they are the team who are in control and continue to score here, this time with an AB hold.
See what Trip can do. Minor man advantage for the moment. They're going to want to make it 2, and able to do that. Looks a little clunky, but Sab somehow stays alive long enough to maybe make this a pretty complicated battle in the back of Ellie, but Lucid.
That's confident.
Fierce as ever.
That is extremely confident to take that fight down. Shields in that position. Yes, he's got a height advantage, but down is always a little bit scary. And now some shots across map onto Bubu. Give him the second kill that he just felt like he really didn't have the right to get. AC the hold here for FaZe, and they will go into a lead. Wow,
back and forth here. Very rarely do you see at this stage of a Strongholds game this many lead changes back and forth. That tells you just how neck and neck this is, as SnakeBite says, my planet and my people need me. Oh, beautiful job. Stuck though. Wow, Sab would somehow gets off a stick, and that's going to be now on 1v1 on the map.
Pznguin with that camo. Trying to stay alive, won't be able to do so. Bubu will win the 1v1, and what an important one that could be. Considering that's the camo taken out of commission, and Cloud9 are still scoring here with an AB hold. They will go back into that lead, 195 and rising. They're about to cross the 200-point mark.
And Booby Dooby, important kill there. An important point of the game.
That's not his name.
Important point of the game for him to pick up those kills and now comfortably cross the 200-point mark, 208 to 172 in a game that was just tied 171.
Yeah, Bubbly Doubly having a really good few moments here for Cloud9. FaZe finding themselves 3 dead, and we are starting to get into the scary moments here for FaZe. We know that they've got the composure and the experience to get themselves out of these situations. We're moving in here and finding a kill onto Lucid to give them the man advantage. This is now in a scary spot here for FaZe. They have to make a play on a stronghold, and they have to do it soon.
They got to do it now, absolutely now. At 236 on the board, it will be a play for A, but here comes Collect and Bubu.
Yeah, they got 2 players here. SnakeBite is going to do everything he can to delay that push, but with the conversion being so difficult, and Lucid being down to no shields, it's a desperate play from TriPPPeY. Just has to deny them at the entrance to A. A and B will still be held, and Cloud9 will go up 2-1 against FaZe Clan. And boy, oh boy, do I want to see this next game, because FaZe are on the back foot.
Beep boop, deep boop.
Welcome back, Spartans.
Vegans. Vegetarians.
Vegans, apparently. Vegetarians, meat lovers, which I certainly consider myself. 2-1, we find ourselves in this series. Cloud9 with the advantage after a Strongholds win on Recharge. Andy, what are your thoughts on how this series is poised?
Tell you what, C9 with an opportunity of, I would say, you know, a lifetime here. To take down FaZe Clan in Pool B like this would just be enormous, and I think one that very few people would have had, especially based on the fact that FaZe Clan, of course, is coming off of a 2nd place finish, and this would be quite a result that would upset the pools.
Yeah, it would indeed, and talked about Optics woes. It's only right that we talk about what the fallout could be for FaZe should this go into one of those situations where we're looking at games won, games lost, records against certain teams, and you might find yourself losing that #1 seed going into the bracket. Not a good situation to be in, especially if you're in the Halo World Championship, which they find themselves right now. Pznguin, though, with the sniper rifle in his hand, starting to go to work.
One shot left, kind of wants to hit this before reloading, but instead knows that probably the best to start to rotate the ball just a bit here. Ooh, the QT gets away, and that will be cleaned up, though, so not to worry. I'm just going to put a few nades on the ball and try to wait for teammates to spawn up and help out.
For a second, I was worried.
You were?
Thank you for reaffirming everything's okay for me. Lucid with the odd ball in his hands. Ankle will be broken here in more than one way by Pznguin. He finds the kill on Cloud9. Even though they collect this sniper rifle to chase down this odd ball, which is being held in the blue attic, where it's very playable, Andy. There you go.
Nice job by Kuhlect. Tell you what, just simply sitting there with the snipe and then having additional pressure across the map forced the play ball in a time when, look, I mean, Lucid could easily still be holding right now. They just got another 2 dead. Like, it's a little bit of a premature play ball only because of the pressure, but it's okay. FaZe Clan is going to make sure to grab that right away. SnakeBite's already on the ball, and he's already escorting it back home.
Yeah, good start here for FaZe. Good control as well, and it's interesting to see them trying to play around that situation where they have that ball in a position to play at the top of blue attic. A lot of teams move it back into red, just do that window very comfortably, but FaZe, they obviously see an opportunity and they see the advantages of being able to get that ball off the map, because if you go 4 dead over the other side of the map at red, it's very easy to just grab the oddball. It's not a playable situation, and you're having to fight back across against time as well as the numbers that you face.
Trades coming in here once again. TriPPPeY will make sure that one happens at high speed. 2v2 on the map, but 24-0 for FaZe off the opening. It's a good start, but a lot more work still to be done.
There's a concussion protocol in Halo for the Spartans every time they repulse up. That's why I say, look, you hit your head every single time.
It's got to be part of the suit, right?
Yeah, I imagine.
The Mjolnir's got to have concussion protocol built deep into the tech.
Yeah. Silly me for even bringing that up. Kuhlect, though, on our POV right now, does have one repulse to play with. Oh, he also has TriPPPeY.
Peekaboo.
Just all up in his grill.
I haven't heard that in a minute, but it's a perfect description, Mark, of what we just saw on screen. QT now in the hands of our favorite little droid, boobly doobly, beep boop, deep boop. See what he could do here with the QT in hand.
Perfect, like
Droid.
droid. Yeah.
He's a strong droid now. He's been in the gym.
I'm just trying to get away.
3 dead here. TriPPPeY, last player alive for FaZe, and Bubu's on the hunt.
Keeping teammate alive. TriPPPeY with the stomp. Now from the high ground. Bubu. The QT back. And with Lucid last alive here, even though he's got a sniper in his hands, that'll be a big, big play and continues to output damage. Really switching his reticle, finds a thrust as well as a sniper rifle. And I'll tell you what, this man is looking like prime boobly doobly right now.
Yeah, he wants all the toys, and guess what? Look at this game. It was just a 24-0 lead. It has been cut down entirely. It is now just a 31-24 game. Bubu trying to hit some shots and able to at least get TriPPPeY weak enough where he has to retreat. Essentially a tied game here. 2 will fall, though, for C9.
Bit of an open challenge there, giving Lucid the opportunity to hit that shot, to keep these numbers a little bit scary on both sides, but Cloud9 find themselves 3 dead, and Pznguin's got that odd ball back in his hands. 37 points and rising. FaZe are starting to extend the lead after a good bit of pressure from Cloud9.
10-5 now for Sab. Big part of the way that they've been able to get back into this game. And TriPPPeY versus Avucy. Avucy just going to have to scoot back for just a second and try to hold this angle. TriPPPeY will win it in the end. Now Bubu will trade it out with Pznguin. So a momentary 2v1 here against Kuhlect.
There's only trades here on that, it's just due to the geometry and the speed size of the map. There's a lot of players being able to get in position even off respawn, clean up damage from a previous fight. You are seeing a lot of engagements, a lot of trades, and if you have the odd ball in your hand, usually that means you're going to be broken in that situation. Sheer numbers that you're fighting against. SnakeBite finds 1, there's no almost managed to find 2, but Avucy will pick up an important double kill with no shields. Cloud9 will now momentarily hold that odd ball, but FaZe keeping this so scrappy, trying to consistently trade as we see what is only described as a classic mistaken plasma grenade for frag situation where they
happens all the time. We've all been there. Doesn't take the bounce you wanted. But now C9 going to look for an ice angle if they can, but what an angle from Trip to just shut that down right away. Knew exactly where the push would be coming in on cargo. SnakeBite with a very nice trade before being taken down. Still quite close, but FaZe Clan starting to pull away just a bit here.
Yeah, just out-rotating them a lot of the time as well. These trades are going down, but the ball carrier is able to consistently move away from the spawns of Cloud9. Even with a little bit of damage coming in here inside Crystal, you're going to see Pznguin be able to work alongside a teammate to hold it. And now, it looks like this is going to be the hold for FaZe Clan, and we are approaching the danger end of this round for Cloud9. Everyone on the respawn, taking a few seconds to get back on the map, but Cloud9 have 1 or 2 pushes left.
Enemy team nearing victory.
See what Trip can do here once again, playing it essentially from the same exact place where we just saw him get that trade. On Cargo and Tarp will be taken down though. Heads up play, 3 dead for FaZe. Pznguin, last player alive, will get the play ball as well.
Yeah, really important play ball there from Pznguin. Cloud9 were picking up all of the kills going their way. Cloud9 have grabbed that ball immediately off the back of the forward end, and Kuhlect has a sniper rifle, so what felt like 1 or 2 more pushes for Cloud9 now becomes 1 or 2 more holds for them. 40 points on the board for them, but with Kuhlect holding this angle and having an opportunity to hit some big shots, very quickly the numbers could turn in their favor. That one got a little bit scary though, but he gets the job done.
It felt expensive, the amount of time, damage, and weapon switches that Kuhlect had to use to clean up a one-shot bottom middle. Took quite a lot, and eventually it's going to be FaZe grabbing the ball, grabbing the kills. Boom! Pznguin almost hits him with the wiggles off of the drop. In the end, taken down, but look at this. 3 dead, 89 points on the board.
3 dead. Close proximity to FaZe Clan as well. They will now pick that one up, and they might be in a position now to close out this first round. Lucid is holding court at the moment with his sniper rifle in his hand, saying you've got to come and get this ball out of her hands, and if you walk through this door, you're going to get cut down. SnakeBite will close it out with that ball clasped in that right glove. And that will be FaZe Clan who strike first here. 1-0 as we head into round number 2.
Holding court, I like that pun. It's very, very good. That's a deep Halo MP pun. Haven't heard that one before. Holding court. Impressive. Might make a t-shirt.
Just taking a moment to really take that in.
Yeah. Compliment you? Or the...
The compliment.
Oh yeah, no problem. Got plenty more for you. You're very good at what you do. 3 dead. Taking that one in too?
I'm overthinking it now. Cloud9. Kind of a slow start, I would say, to this round just in general. Cloud9 looked like they had a little bit of progress up the map towards some of the FaZe players, but it looks like they've actually been baited into a couple of little traps that have been set off of the opening strategy, and it's going to allow now Pznguin to move back in, to grab that odd ball and bring it back to red. Now, we have seen that FaZe prefer, by the looks of things, and the way they've been trying to lean that ball towards blue for that play ball opportunity, but we'll have to see if it works now for them at red.
SnakeBite just pinching a little bit here in a 1v2, and already burning sniper ammo and gets a trade, so he's going to be happy with what he was able to do, as 4 will fall. Sab's going to grab that ball, keep an eye on spawns, and it will now be beep boop dee boop. Bubu himself trying to lock down essentially the ice side of the map, gets a little bit of damage, but has to make sure he's rotating towards teammates here.
FaZe made a lot of progress up the map there with not really taking too much damage. Bubu's finally going to find himself under a little bit of duress here as his teammates are doing a good job of trading out, so he's really in a position to do some damage himself. SnakeBite's going to fly through, misses the no-scope onto TriPPPeY, and that's going to cost them so much. Sniper rifle turned over, oddball down as well, and FaZe now in a position with the power weapons and the oddball in their hands to extend this lead. With one round on the ball, TriPPPeY starting to hit some bodies. TriPPPeY and FaZe are looking a little bit more confident on this game type than Cloud9.
Yeah, that's tough for C9. I felt like Bubu had the wrap angle covered on that wall perfectly with the no-scope, but then in the end, once the actual push comes in, the shots that he needed to hit didn't hit. Was 4 dead for C9, so that will be continued scoring. Now, TriPPPeY with a full QT to use, and we've seen the QT can be devastating on this map.
I mean, looking across the statistics at the moment, amount between the two teams. Lucid leading the kills for FaZe at 20 and 14. It's Pznguin who, I would say, incredible stat line. 11, 11, 13 with 85 points of ball time. 11 play balls and last player alive situations he's found himself in. Those statistics really don't tell the full story of the impact that he's had on the map.
And he's got better numbers than Bubu, who has 18. So, I mean, unbelievable.
Cloud9 do get the break though. Hold that ball inside of red. 45-12 the score. It's been a really solid start here for FaZe.
Really impressive. It feels like FaZe starting to maybe get on the form that I think a lot of people, and especially FaZe fans, would expect them to be out here. And I think if a lot of people are tuning into the series, they're probably doing so just because they're getting word that C9 was up 1-0 and C9 is now up 2-1 in this series. So based on what we've seen so far, of course, FaZe can potentially send us to a Game 5 in this round, but they will need to focus up here for not just this round, but potentially a Game 5 as well.
We're going to get that sniper rifle off the map under a little bit of pressure. So there's no sniper rifle to play with either team at the moment. Snake managed to get the trade, but it's 2 dead here on either side. But the trades continue here on Lattice. Bubu trying to force his way towards that oddball. Pznguin just playing slow and sneaky inside of the base. As is his teammate Lucid actually. Just trying to bait these players in, and they've done a really good job of it. Pznguin now announces himself and says, I am him.
I am
Pznguin will
Pznguin.
fall into the trap. They're 3 dead.
He's Pznguin and he's there. TriPPPeY is also here on the other side of the map. 3 dead. Sab, your last player alive. And it looks like the spawns will be trapped. TriPPPeY just playing front base, almost like it's Onslaught or midship, just being annoying.
62 points on Rising. FaZe have that ball in their hands. Sab
Whoa.
gets away with murder as TriPPPeY forgets to put his reticle onto the body of the no-shielded player. Easy to do.
3 dead.
Enemy has the ball. Enemy has the ball.
Another staggered 3 dead, so C9 should have a decent opportunity to hold here, especially with this kill coming in. It's been about almost a 9 for 2 or a 10 for 2 trade off those last few exchanges of play, and C9 will continue scoring. We'll see if they can hold them.
That's 2 dead. Essentially a 3 dead situation as 2 players are stuck on respawn. Bubu with the ball in his hands. Now he's starting to rack up that ball time. SnakeBite trying to cross the snipe bridge towards where this off ball is being held at the moment, but you can see the setup that Cloud9 currently have. A little bit of crossfire coming in, and Avucy's going to be able to clean up that kill and clean out the ice side, but the flank now coming in from Sab. He's got help for his teammate here, and TriPPPeY on the iceberg. He's hoping he won't go down like the Titanic, and Sab with the big win leaves Pznguin on his own, but Pznguin has the up ball in his hands.
Wow. In the end, somehow, FaZe gets that win. It looks like it was going to be a good rotate from C9, but I think they just took a little bit of too much time. Obviously, Lucid was on the flank of Cargo, but Sab kind of flanked the flank at Cargo to pick up the kill. And in the end, that ball, I think, could have been rotated a little bit faster, but FaZe ends up somehow with the last player alive moments ago. The ball's now rotated bottom middle. We'll see. But TriPPPeY as the last player alive and all players spawning if C9 can hold yet again.
Ooh, it's a big kill from
Yeah.
Bubu on the screen there. Just FaZe on the back foot. Kuhlect is going to find another one. It's a situation here for FaZe. Make it 3 dead, and that odd ball is in a position where Avucy can move in to grab that one and bring this score a little bit closer here in this round number 2.
Oh, big win from TriPPPeY against Sab. It's a battle that Sab needed to at least trade in. So the pressure will be coming, but we'll see how this is played by C9. Presumably a... Did it play? Did it play? I think it's on the bridge. It is on the bridge. It did not play.
It's an awkward position for both teams to get their hands on it at the moment. But Cloud9 finding themselves 2 dead.
They grab it. They bring it back.
To do some big work here. 2 no-shields player, but they both get round that corner, and that's going to be more ball time here. They extend the lead. FaZe finally, Lucid gets taken down. Avucy will find the one onto TriPPPeY as well, and that will mean the odd ball carrier and protector have been taken down here. Cloud9 trying to rally here. Trying to steal this round away, and if they can, remember they're 2-1 up in this series. They will be 1 round away of oddball from winning the series.
2-point round here. They're about to go into the lead as well. Going to continue rotating, holding ball ice, and look at there's no pressure coming just yet. They go into a lead here. Maybe over-rotate them. Bring it right to Pznguin.
Gets the touch to keep it alive, and Lucid has found a sniper rifle and starting to find a few bodies as well. Sab, bottom middle. Do they have the ice here? In more than one way, Cloud9 is going to be 3 dead, and Lucid has the sniper rifle. These opportunities have been presented to Cloud9 all season long, and they have not been able to take them as FaZe go into a late lead here as they look to close out Lattice oddball. No one in position here for Cloud9, and even with the opportunity to strike, it's FaZe with late game composure once more, who tie the series up here with a 2-0 win on Lattice oddball. We're going to Game 5, brother.
Let's do it, baby. We'll be right back.
Game 5 alert, everybody. Welcome back to the Bravo stream, but welcome back to what has been a first-class A-tier game between FaZe Clan and Cloud9. We are tied up at 2-2 after FaZe won the Lattice Oddball, sending us to this position. Now, we were talking about Game 5's ice, all of those things, and how Cloud9 have not had the rub of the green a lot of the time throughout Halo Infinite as an organization in these Game 5s. But FaZe, when it comes to Slayers, Andy, one of the biggest reasons they've had success recently is because of this game type. Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. Last time we checked the stats, they were 30-9 in this game type. Fantastic numbers, and very few teams can come close, and that's because FaZe is #1 in the league in Slayers, despite the fact that they haven't taken the title this year. #1 in the entire league. Can they do it here when they need it most? They did not expect to be in a Game 5 against C9, but we'll see if C9, and with Camo in hand, if they can pull off the upset.
For a second there, I thought that was the most brilliant, nerdy plasma grenade I'd ever seen from Lucid. You see how he bounced it off the head of the dummy? Because a lot of Camo players will hide behind one of those dummies. If he would have stuck him, the headset would have gone flying for me, but Pznguin, he'll go flying himself as a couple of kills being picked up here by Cloud9. A 4-2 start for him, and most importantly, staying alive so well with this Camo. Avucy, this is a really important life for them.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get even more damage. They do get the first pick off at green, but he's going to want to stay alive and really use the last bit of this camo to try to make a push happen. Here they come.
Camo now dissipates. SnakeBite in position on top tower, but taking a lot of damage. Bubu's moving in to clean up the kill onto TriPPPeY, who was back tower, so you would imagine the flood is now certainly primed to arrive from Cloud9, but SnakeBite should have his shields back by now. Bubu's going to move in with that side kick, and it should be cleaned up, you would imagine, but difficult to kill. SnakeBite is going to be in that situation. TriPPPeY finds one elsewhere, and at 6-3, you would say that Camo not been as impactful as it could have been here for Cloud9, and I think a lot of that is down to good play from FaZe.
Yeah, good out-rotating of the Camo there for sure from FaZe. They keep the game reasonable, but man, so much riding on this, and like we said, FaZe coming off of a second-place finish in Charlotte. This is not where they expected to be in pool play against a team like C9. Now, of course, no disrespect to C9, but when you look at the seeds and what the players on each side of the stage have achieved, right? It's two very different stories, but C9 still leading in the game.
And the man who saved them in a lot of Game 5s and those Slayer game types was SnakeBite. He started this one off a little bit slow, 0-2. Of course, we're only just dipping our toes into this Game 5, and as I say that, he is listening in to the comms and gets his first kill of the game. And Kuhlect's going to be caught out a little bit here. He'll be taken down. Lucid staying alive beautifully, has a little bit of support from a teammate, and it's now just a 1-kill game as SnakeBite all of a sudden gets his second kill of the game.
This camo's going to be big here. Here comes bubu trying to fly off from bags. They also have pressure coming in from Keydor, and here's the battle.
Pulse is going to be good enough to force C9 away here, but wasn't really good enough to get any damage out.
3 dead.
3 dead here. This should, and I say should, be a camo pickup here for Cloud9, and it will indeed be a camo pickup here for Cloud9. That's 2 in a row for C9, and the distance and the time that you can take out of the game with this camo. This is an opportunity here with a 5-kill advantage for Cloud9, maybe to do the majority of the heavy lifting in this game if they want to win it.
Yeah, by the way, also, of course, with a 5-kill lead for C9, I want to give a shout-out to everyone who just joined us from the mainstream. We know this series, and for good reason, just got a shout-out on the mainstream because we are in a Game 5, and a Game 5 alert was underway. So I want to welcome you here to what has been a surprising series so far, and it's another surprise lead for C9 here in the early game, 18-12.
3 dead for FaZe as well, and ooh, boy. It's one thing to look at the record books, but the record books are one thing. They don't tell the future. 18-12 the score. Free gun in the hands of Sab. He's going to hit the quick jump up to tower to get the information. He's going to challenge. Really important kill from Trip there. And SnakeBite has that sniper rifle in his hand. So this is the toys and the situation that FaZe want to find themselves in to get back into this game. But Kuhlect finds another cheeky little pick here just to keep those trades and those kills in the favor of FaZe, but that shot had to be hit here. Sab should be taken down, but Sab challenges, and SnakeBite cannot connect.
Really nicely done here. Big kill. It felt like a lot of momentum there going in the way of FaZe, but Sab flies back green through a body shot and ensures that they maintain the lead. Now wasting snipe ammo as well, making sure that he's only got 2 to play with and doesn't want to get rushed here and give away any snipe ammo. They're still up by 5.
Oh, hits a quick scope, top middle onto sandbags, hits the body, not the head, but it's good enough for the rest of Cloud9 to now get back on the map. They'll trade in the quickest of quick scopes onto Lucid on the pillars.
Halfway to victory.
Means that Sab will continue his little run that he's on right now. 6 and 4 in this game, 4 assists alongside those 6 kills. But with Pznguin and TriPPPeY finding a couple of kills.
Wow, Bash Brothers.
They've got to be careful here, Cloud9, because without that little trade that they got at the back of green, I should say non-traded kill, this could be FaZe finding an opportunity to tie this game up.
This
Camo
is big.
is picked up by Lucid.
6-kill game still. C9 picks up 2 kills while the camo is popped. But a big moment here for Lucid. Honestly, I say this without any exaggeration. I heard the footsteps as well. I say this without any exaggeration. A lot of FaZe's tournament could ride on how this has played out in the next few moments.
Think of bracket implications. Think of pool play. Think of the fact that you might go up against a stronger team earlier in that bracket. Have a tougher matchup. That can really affect how your Halo World Championship goes, and FaZe are going to know it. Cloud9 are out-rotating this camo, by the way. Lucid has barely fired a shot with it.
It dissipates. 45 seconds of out-rotating camo. Beautifully done. Not even a single kill registered. What a play from C9. They hear the camo dissipate. Also, Lucid lets the camo dissipate on bags. They all got the audio cue.
It's going to be picked up here, but big kill from Pznguin. Top middle will put Cloud9 for dead. Sniper rifle should be recycled here.
Oh my.
As FaZe now all of a sudden starts to take the game over. It's a 2-kill difference between the teams. Pznguin's got a sniper, he hits the body, repops his one, and FaZe are now back into this game.
Unbelievable. What felt like it had to be a C9 lead extension. They send 3 players back to neutralize camo, but God, does it ever cost them. They end up going 3 dead.
Oh! TriPPPeY!
Big game Trip showing up. FaZe Clan is somehow, after being down by 6 for the entirety of the camo, they are back in the lead in game number 5. And there's a reason this is your #1 Slayer team in the entire Halo Championship Series. They are showing you why.
13 and 9 for TriPPPeY, and this could be a big game Trip game. Hits a body as well. Onto the bottom tower. Kuhlect though just gives Cloud9 a foothold here. Picks up the kill onto SnakeBite. We have a tie game. There's only 5 minutes left in this game. TriPPPeY being pushed by 2 people top mid. Sab finds another kill as well. They could push this if they wanted to, and they are going to. TriPPPeY needs to hit the shots, but it's just a body shot. 3 dead for FaZe, and the lead will be taken back by Cloud9.
Wow, back and forth here. Unbelievable. Just perfection on pushes from both sides. Like you said, just been back and forth tug-of-war lead. Great pre-nade from Kuhlect. Might even get another one. They do. Killing spree for Kuhlect at this stage of the game. 3 dead for FaZe.
14 and 9 for Kuhlect.
Wow.
And bubu dubu might be able to add another one there. Important for Lucid to win that fight, not just to stay alive and pick up a kill, but keep the score close.
Big
42
damage.
to 36 though. SnakeBite will find one, and surely Cloud9 have to slow down here.
They do. Sab was your last player alive. You had several spawning teammates now. But now it knows this camo, once again, could be the difference maker in the game.
Looks for the kill on Pznguin instead. That's going to allow SnakeBite to grab the camo. They took their eyes off of it for just a second. 2 players are caught down bottom middle. Pznguin, who got away a few seconds ago, now gets a double kill. And SnakeBite's trying desperately to survive with this camo.
Love the conservative play from SnakeBite. Yes, he could have walked in and probably secured the kill himself. Instead, he stays alive at all costs. It's beautifully done, and the team comes to help. However, they still trail by 3.
And Cloud9 have been able to out-rotate these camos for the majority of the game that FaZe have picked up. Bubu is solo, agreed. But does have the QT, but TriPPPeY will find the kill. 2 kills now, just separating our teams in this game 5.
This is unbelievable. So much, as we said, riding on this game 5 for both of these teams, what it will mean for the bracket that they play in. Still a 2-kill lead for C9.
Pznguin finds one. Pznguin finds one, and 1 is the difference between the 2 teams now. 3 minutes or so left in this game 5. And the game has come to a standstill. The sniper rifle is beckoning all of the players. Pznguin's going to fake out. And Pznguin gets away with the sniper. He faked out towards dropping down that vent and got away from the attention of Cloud9. Now comes back to find the kill, and Pznguin might have made the most brilliant play to get FaZe back into this. Pznguin with the no-scope, 44-44.
Unbelievable. As you said, it's a perfect set of plays, but there's more work yet to be done here. 2 will fall for FaZe. SnakeBite needs to stay alive, and he knows it. They're down by 1 once again.
Cloud9 have the advantage. It's a 1-kill advantage, though. TriPPPeY gets the kill, keeps SnakeBite alive, who is desperately hoping that he can survive, gets the trade, as Cloud9 will be 3 dead. 47-47, Pznguin has this sniper rifle.
Once again, top mid with a snipe. looking for spawning teammates. Going to go ahead and retreat to them. Here's the push, though. Here's the push.
Really smart, though, from Pznguin. He gets the repulse.
Oh my.
It's a 4-man push. He gets the repulse, but is he going to be overwhelmed here? Sab finds one. Kuhlect find one. It's 1 kill here for Cloud9 to win the game 5. He can't connect with the no-scope, but surely he can the second time around. Kuhlect hits the shot, and Cloud9 will win the game 5 against FaZe.
Upsetting FaZe. The confidence from FaZe to push there at a 49-48, and Kuhlect makes them pay. It's a huge upset from C9, and it will have huge tournament implications for both teams from here on out.